Hello and welcome back to Seasons of the Wolf. Aha! We did it! Yes, I think that was the last of them. What if the others are hiding? It's easy to hide in this forest. Then let's carefully go ahead and see what we can find. Shortly later. That must be it. This is where they must have hidden. It doesn't look like much of a camp. I doubt they would have been able to make it through winter in here. I doubt that was their intention. Oh? The first two were talking about Nimmin. They definitely knew about the village. I believe their plan was to drive out my people before the beginning of winter, and then move into the empty houses. What? Remember what Duronius told us, that since the end of summer, the beast had also started appearing to the south of Nimmin. Where else than from these dark wizards could hellhounds have come from? Now that you mention it, I think we should burn this camp to the ground and all we find in here. Wait, not so fast! Huh? Where were you? Don't burn down the camp, at least not yet. I'm not done, studying it. What are you studying? I hope you weren't looking for forbidden books on dark magic. No. Let's burn down this camp now. So what did you think? Did we get them all?
Well, if they teleported here, then there can't have been many more than 8. Frankly, even teleporting 8 people requires someone truly powerful.
I think these wizards were pretty powerful. Their magic rivaled the worthiest spellcasters from Grantree. Good thing we took care of them. So do you think that took care of the threat to Nimmin? I'm not sure. The Dark Wizards were responsible for the man-beast crossbreeds Denora spoke of, and for the mythical monsters, but the huge animals were not around them. I agree. There's somewhere else we need to go. What a day. We need some rest. Tomorrow we go explore again. So yes. Which means we still need to talk to the mysterious giant bear. Let's go have words with him. You really sure it's a good idea to come back? As Vela said, these forests are not safe for things like that. That huge white bear in them. Speak of the devil.
You have returned, even though I forbade it.
We have taken care of all the people who had been hunting and killing your kind. As I told you, that was not us. In fact, we killed them all, and made sure they are no longer a threat.
You young ones are killing one another all the time. Why should this concern us?
Because no one will be hunting you anymore, old one. You are safe now.
You mean the attacks on my folk will stop?
Of course they will, I promise.
And the walls you built in the south, the young ones within those walls?
They've lived here for a long time. There's never been anything but peace between the forest and them. If you are so old, certainly you must know that Nimmin has never been aggressive towards you.
A penny for your thoughts?
Oh, Ender, don't tease it.
Actually, I'm not sure about this. I am not from these woods.
You're not?
I came here to the aid of my brethren, who called to me in their hour of need. Only they can tell for sure whether you speak the truth.
Then take us to them, Father Bear. Father Bear? Do you have a better name for it?
As you wish, young ones. I shall lead you to the ones you called me, and the others into the forest. But beware! If it turns out you lied to me, I shall feast on your hearts.
Try. We will come in peace. However, should you attack us, be warned that we will be fighting back.
Fair enough. Follow me.
Yeah. I suspect that all this is going to come back to that wolf we saved at the beginning. Sorry, I'm just opening my curtains. There we go. Joys of a solar-powered keyboard. Every so often you need to open your curtain so it can actually charge.
A clearing? This is where we assemble. A clearing large enough for all of us to meet.
All of you?
All who defend this forest. But have no fear, I will not call them. Instead, I shall call one who can tell friend from enemy, one who knows the ways of the young ones. A wise old owl? Please let it be a wise old owl. You shall meet him now.
What on...
I don't believe it. Father? Your children?
Yes, yes, Bear, they are. Where did you find them?
They found me. Do you want to talk to them?
Of course I do.
Are they dangerous?
Definitely not. They're very naughty children, but they have good hearts. I promise they won't harm anyone.
Then I leave you with them. What of the others?
These are our friends. Please, let them stay as well. Actually, you may eat that one. Hey! You are not eating Valus.
No worries, young one. I have known your father long enough to know when he is making a joke.
So, you are back. After we heard what was happening here, we pretty much had to return. We couldn't leave the village in danger. So you broke out of slavery and travelled here, just because you heard something was happening in Nimmin? It was a little different than that. But we sure have many stories to tell you. Then before you do, I also have one story for you. Oh? Artus! Wait, isn't that? That is the white wolf you hid from me. After all hell broke loose, he came to me and led me to this clearing, to save me from the terrors that had befallen this forest. Ooh, that Moran? Well, it also talks. It is a he, and his name is Artus. And why does he talk? Because I taught it to talk. Oh. Artus, these are my children, Althea and Shay. I remember, Althea. You give me meat. Yes, I did. Althea, Shay, this is Artus. Your half-brother. What? You're both born to the same mother, Kurioka. But that's impossible. Why? Because you're elves and Artus is a wolf? Even if it were possible, Mother died shortly after our birth, and a year ago Artus was not still fully grown. He can't have the same mother. That may be because I lied to you. Your mother didn't die shortly after your birth. She was just so homesick for the forest, I couldn't bear to see her suffer. I let her go. But I don't understand this, Moran. You said wild animals had eaten her, that you had not been able to protect her. Had I told the truth that she had been a shapeshifter, then Althea and Shay would have always been considered freaks of nature. Nimmin would never have been allowed near the village. Wait, Althea and Shay's mother was a shapeshifter? A wolf shapeshifter, yes. One of the most beautiful women I've ever met. Yes, I know how you feel. The problem is that everybody believes that all shapeshifters use dark magic, which it isn't true. Dark magic can also change someone's body into an animal, but it's evil. Mother, always good. Teach me much. So you two twins are actually half-elves? Yes, pretty much. But, Moran, why tell a lie? Why tell the village that Kurioka died? You were cast out of Nimmin because everyone made you responsible for her death. What else should I have told them? A half-truth? That she had left you? That it hadn't worked out between the two of you? Then someone else would have tried to go after Kurioka and find her. You still remember how beautiful she was? Half the village was in love with her, and jealous at me for winning such a beautiful woman. So you took the blame for her death, even though she hadn't died, to protect your children. Ooh, we've all leveled up. Good. More speed. Anything you really need? Get you that one. Just so I'm well balanced. Probably ought to get you more magic, shouldn't I? Bit more will wouldn't hurt you, Valus. And let's go for that. More attack on Krem. Counter attack. let's get Mighty Blow, because you never know when it's going to be handy. Don't know how many fights we'll actually have left, because from a plot point of view, it feels like we're getting near the end of the game. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Speed. And... what does she really need now? That might actually be useful in certain situations. Even though I'd primarily keep her out of the fighting anyway, so... very high stagger chance. That can be useful. Let's get that. And... get a couple more some more points in attack, I think. Okay. And that's all of the quests of this season. So yes, I suspect we're getting near the end of this game now. And what does Riley need? Yeah, never hurts to have a fire spell handy. What else could I do? So, is it over now? Can we return to Niven and tell everybody that they no longer need be afraid? I don't think it will be that easy, Shay. You see, the reason why Arthas called on the other shapeshifters was because there is still great evil left in this forest. Someone's attacking and capturing shapeshifters. There's also other creatures here, evil creatures. As long as these remain. Father, we already took care of that. You did? There was a Dingarian hunting party still making camp in the forest. They were responsible for the attacks on the shapeshifters. And the other monsters were summoned by evil wizards from another continent. We took their heads, and now they continue their evil in hell. So you actually accomplished what the shapeshifters could not. We're your children, Father. You taught us well. And we had, well, a little help. A little? A lot. Come to think of it, we've not really been introduced yet, Moran, if you'll allow me to take care of that. This is Rowinda, warlock from Shacklesplit and freedom fighter. Oh, come on! You fight much better than I. Pleased to meet you. This here is Krim, new tribe, nomad from the plains, feared warrior from the arena of Dingaria, the most honourable woman. You are a father to strong children, Moran. Thank you. They had a pretty strong mother, too. Here we have Chalassa, a bloodskin assassin, and proof that noble intention blossoms in the most unlikely of places, a truly reliable companion. With a jaunty hat. Hello. Hello too. This here is Riley, illusionist from Dingaria, who dared steal from the wicked Grand Mogul, and is still alive after dangers that would have killed 1,000 lesser men. Oh, Jariel, you're making me blush. You must be a courageous man, Riley. Well, if it's necessary, yes. And finally, myself, Jariel of Grandtree, Bard. On a 100-year journey across the world, who covered our escape from Dingaria, whose knowledge is greater than the Grand Mogul's library, whose sword cuts as sharply as his wit, and who knows the most interesting songs, who's always willing to look beyond the outward appearance, and who has taught us that not all shapeshifters in the world are evil. You seem to be the most renowned person here, Jariel. I am honoured to make your acquaintance. The same to you, Moran. Well then, shall we return to Nimen? The others will be pleased to hear that the danger is over. You go. I tell Bear what you say. Maybe shapeshifters go home too. Yes, do that, Arthas. Shall we go? If you don't mind, I'd like to spend a few more moments with Father. So do I. It's been almost a year since we last seen one another. Then I'll go ahead with the others. See you later. See you later, Valus. So, shall I show you my new home? Yeah, chapter 20 endings. A few days later. And what about you, Father? Are you going to be fine? Perfectly fine. As you can see, I've made my peace with the forest. So you're not coming back to Nimen with us? No. To the town, I'm dead, and frankly I'd like to keep it that way. So if you two would like to move there, I have no objections. Father, You've proven you can survive without my help. You've made it back here against all odds. I couldn't be more proud of you. And besides, should you ever need me, we only live an hour apart from each other. Come, I will be there for you, as I have always been. Thank you, Father. Much appreciated.
And you know stay in forest, Althea, Shay?
No. Forest life isn't for everybody. I really can't imagine Rowenda fitting in here, for example. I really can't imagine Rowenda fitting in anywhere. True.
Then I come to Nimon too.
Artis, I don't think that's a good idea. Everybody's going to be scared of you, even if we tell them the truth about you. Especially if we tell them the truth about you.
Then I learn to shapeshift, and then come to Nimon.
What? Learn to shapeshift?
Mother could shapeshift. Said she'd teach me when I grow. Now I grow.
Is that even possible? I thought your father was a normal wolf, not a shapeshifter. It certainly is. After the two of you were born, Kirioka said that the children of shapeshifters kept their parents' abilities, even if one of them wasn't a shapeshifter.
But that means theoretically.
Yes, even you and Shay can transform into wolves. We only have to learn how. Whoa, that's, unexpected.
And it certainly gives us plenty of reason to come to the forest. We definitely can't practice in Nimon.
Sure you don't just want to stay here?
Well...
Althea, before you decide that, maybe we could talk.
Of course we need to talk. I suppose you're not really a forest person either.
Actually, it's a little more serious than that.
Oh.
Could you just come with me? I'll explain everything.
Sure I can. Sorry, guys.
It's alright. We'll be doing fine without you. Later, then. Farewell.
Okay, that's quite a bit out in the forest.
Yes. I'm sorry, I needed a bit of distance between us and the others.
You've certainly managed to make me curious, Chalassa. What's up?
You know how I always told you that there are a few things about me better left unsaid? Well, the time's come for me to say it.
Oh?
I told you that the Empire at times employed my services to take care of their problems. Permanently.
Yes?
You told me how you once killed Sir Ormond of Horus, how that mission ended up with you enslaved in Dingaria. I wasn't entirely honest with you about the last part. Actually, me becoming a slave in Yelden's arena was the start of my most recent mission for the Empire.
Huh?
I allowed myself to be sold into slavery, knowing that with my skills I would quickly end up in the arena, where I'd be facing all sorts of opponents. Especially those that the Empire wished eliminated.
Eliminated?
Who else did the Empire want killed? Those they consider threats, those imbued with dark magic. Shapeshifters.
You can't mean...
The Empire concluded that with the Dingarians' love for exotic fights, shapeshifters were sooner or later bound to appear in their arena. Of course, with their abilities, chances were that they also survived the arena. I was to make sure that no shapeshifters left alive.
I don't believe it.
You allowed yourself to be enslaved, to be abused and beaten, just so they had the chance to kill all the shapeshifters the Dingarians could get their hands on? This is what I do, Althea. You know what I do isn't pretty. And unfortunately, it isn't over yet.
You're wrong.
What?
It's over.
You don't have to worry about that anymore. You know what you're saying. It's not over until I've completed my mission.
No.
We killed him, Chalassa. We killed Deceit. And we set you free. But that's impossible.
Yes. And we did it anyway.
How?
A succubus helped us. Well, used us.
But she summoned Deceit, trapped him in our world, and we defeated him to free you from your curse. Wait, we?
I couldn't do it on my own.
After all, it was a demon lord, so everyone helped defeat it. You told everyone?
I don't understand. I thought you'd be happy.
I shared with you the Bloodskins' most important secret in confidence. How could you tell all of them? They've all had their hesitations about me, and now that they know my darkest secret, they must hate me. I'm the spawn of evil. And what if they share what they know about me, about my kind? The Bloodskins are already feared, but only as heartless assassins. How do you think the world would react when they realize what we truly are? The children of hell.
Nobody thinks you're evil, Chalassa.
That's the front door. Excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. Joys of having parcels delivered in the middle of the day.
Nobody thinks you're evil, Chalassa. You didn't choose this life, you were born into it. The others remember you tried to protect us, and they love you even more for it.
We won't share the secret of the Bloodskins. The world isn't ready to even begin to forgive or understand. It would be dangerous to them and the Bloodskins who are bound. Which is no longer me. Now I'm free. Yes, you don't have to live in fear anymore. Fear? I was never afraid. I had to complete the most unsavory missions, but fear is not something the Bloodskins are allowed to feel. I wasn't talking about your missions. You fear companionship. You refuse to let anyone close to you for fear of hurting them. I can't even count how many times you warned me to stay away from you. It doesn't have to be this way anymore. We can be together now. Is it really? Perhaps Deceit tricked you. He's very good at that. Oh, he's most definitely dead. We watched him get eaten. Eaten? But who ate him? Crim? I mean, sometimes she can get a little carried away, but... No. Crim's not that crazy. It was the succubus. Oh, that's disgusting. I didn't know succubi did that. Me neither. Maybe you're right. I feel lighter. There's no longer this pressing hunger, this need urging me to obey. No more voices whispering in my ear. It's wonderful. I think this is what it means to be at peace. Oh, Althea, I can't believe this is real. I feel like I've just woken up from the most terrible nightmare into the sweetest of dreams. I promise I'll do whatever I can to repay you. Love me. But I do. Then that is repayment enough. No more missions. I can do whatever I want, be with whomever I wish. Althea, I'm ready. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but whatever it is, I know I want you there by my side. Oh, Chalassa. I don't want to be alone anymore. The only future I thought was possible had been shattered, and I feel like the world is spinning around me, just waiting for me to choose. And I choose you. I love you, Chalassa. And I love you, Althea. Come on, let's get back to the others. Now that is beautiful. I do love some of these scenes, they're gorgeous. Wait, please don't tell them what almost happened. I never wanted to kill you. It broke my heart knowing you had to die, and that I had to be the one to do it. But the others, they don't know the whole story. They don't need to. It's alright. I don't want to tell them either. Thank you. You ready to go? Yes. As ready as I'll ever be. Hand in hand, Chalassa and Althea returned to their friends. Chalassa rejoiced in her newfound freedom. She became warm and inviting, relishing in the chance to make new friends. It was a drastic change from her former self, and it took some getting used to. But everyone, even Riley, was able to let go of their past hesitations and welcome her as a dear and trusted friend. Everyone stayed in Nimon for the winter, helping to rebuild the village. Chalassa threw her heart and soul into helping the people in Nimon, and Althea couldn't be more proud. They became a great asset to the town, and were renowned for their generosity and their kindness. Chalassa encouraged Althea to harness her shapeshifting abilities with her brothers. She loved and accepted everything about Althea, just as how Althea loved and accepted everything about her. By spring, Jariel became restless. He'd learned all he could from Nimon, and it was time to continue his century journey. Riley, Crim, Rowinda, Shay, and Valis agreed to join without hesitation, and after some convincing, Althea and Chalassa agreed to continue, at least part of the journey with them. The two of them travelled the world, helping others as often as possible. It gave Chalassa hope to spread happiness, instead of pain, and that seed of hope blossomed into a determination to complete one final mission. With Althea by her side, she vowed to never rest until every Bloodskin understood the rewards of freedom. It was the most difficult mission she would ever attempt, but one she would never regret. And that was Coding Old Save Games Breaker. Yes, if you've been following the Twitter feed, you'd know what he means by that. But yes, that was Seasons of the Wolf, and did I enjoy it? Yeah, I did. This is now officially my longest Let's Play, which by my count this is part 39, or this might even be part 40. Either way, really good game, really enjoyed it. But full review coming on the Friday as per, but I got to the point where I just had to spread this one out over 2 weeks because, well, frankly, I ran out of time to record it in a single week. So either way, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in future videos.